Well, this game's certainly outside of my wheelhouse. So, welcome to Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. You thought it was a Street Fighter game I was recording this week, but it was I, Jojo. So this fighting game was released in the fall of 1999, a few months before the OVA hit.
Open the game.
So we have challenge mode, which is basically survival mode, or we can do the story.
Story mode.
To clarify, I know very little about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure outside of the Capcom video game and the All-Star Battle game. I may have sampled a bit of the anime every now and then, but otherwise, just not in with it. I can't help it. So we'll be using Avdol for this run. So we'll mostly be talking about the gameplay here. I'll give you a brief rundown of the source material from what little I know. This is actually based off of Part 3 of the JoJo manga, Stardust Crusaders. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was a manga that started in 1987 and is still going today, with Part 9 supposedly in development. So yeah, a bit of JoJo's 101 here. The main characters of Part 3 have these spiritual manifestations called stands. They can get really tangible if someone's spiritual energy is high enough, and what kind of stands you get varies from person to person. Avdol here has Magician's Red, capable of pyrokinesis and a few other nasty tricks. Avdol here sends out a Flame Ankh as a projectile. He can send out a little flame that you can detonate on command. He has a command grab. One thing you gotta say about this game is the presentation. JoJo is such a respected license in Japan that whenever you get a video game based off of them, you expect the red carpet treatment. So JoJo is used on the CPS3 arcade board. That means smoother animation, CD quality sound. It's all well and good. We'll be kind of trying to play it safe. Your stand has a particular bar. That life bar where if that life bar falls to 0, they crash, and you have a few seconds without a stand. Not every playable character in this game has a stand. They might have like a weapon or a sort of trick applied to the stand gauge. When I say a stand varies from person to person, this is Holly. Her stand caused her to fall ill. And one of the people responsible for this is a being simply known as Dio. All capital letters because that is important. Our job is to defeat Dio and rid Holly of this curse. If I'm getting any information wrong here, I do apologize. I'm trying to put gameplay first, but at the same time, people who have been living under a rock need context. So as for the game itself, it is a 4-button affair. Light, medium, heavy, and a stand button. Your stand button can be turned on. It's so your stand can actually be tangible. And that means I can control him remotely. This has its benefits, aka I stay out of the fight. But on the other hand, any few seconds you have without a stand are death here. So Avdol's got some great tricks. He can call forth this giant Ankh, and you can release it on command. I'm here. Hold the rep, play nice. Ah, too late. So the game is kind of tricky when it comes to combos. A lot of them are tandem combos, like you and your stand have to be as one. You won't be seeing too much of them here, sadly, mostly basic stuff. It is worth noting, some of these characters were named after respected musical acts, hence why some of their names might have been changed to avoid lawsuits. Evo here is one of those characters, and he's also being real generous, because we could have him use his puppet here, and that would be really bad for us. I love that grab so much. I don't use it as much as I should, but it is a great combo ending tool. There you go. Wasn't a combo. So yeah, your stand can get turned on, it can mix you up. Your stand can be remote controlled. Your body takes some damage, but not as much. So eventually you have these little extra games. Your duty is to get from point A to point B. There are various obstacles. Giant hands will try to stop you. Puddles will try to stop you. Tidal waves will try to stop you. As long as you keep your pace going, you've got plenty of time. And also, your life bar is a thing. You can actually die before you reach the goal. I figured I'd take my chances from a distance, much like him. So here's one of the unique things about this game. Midler. Midler's design was created specifically for this game by Araki himself. Because in the original manga, the only time you see Midler is she's just a corpse with her teeth punched out. So much for teeth with material harder than diamonds. So she has her own unique moveset and look. High Priestess can assimilate itself into any material, hence why you see it summoning cars. It's a deadly stand. We need to stay on top of Midler as much as we can. She's a spacing character, and a dangerous one at that. There we go. I'll try to gain meter. But when I started mentioning stands can be remote controlled and they work in tandem with you, Midler's kind of a big example of this. Ow. Oh, she ain't pretty no more. So eventually you do get these bonus fights if you're good at the game. Death 13 can be a bit of a pain to hit, because he just kind of floats there. But he won't block. So that's kind of fine. I really should note this forward heavy. Like, he puts out a poem, it's really good. Again, another move I should be using more often, but I'm kind of on autopilot today. My apologies. So this is one of the non-stand characters. Shaka here has a weapon stance. Whether it is sheathed or unsheathed, it has its own life bar. Like the usual stuff with sheathed, unsheathed stance characters. He gets his own unique moves with it. Normally, this is my main when I play Jojo. He's just very fun to do combos with. He also has a counter move. Okay.
Make a mind. Fly.
Ah, I timed that way bad. So, in the manga, that is the moment where Avdol dies. But seeing as we're playing his story mode, his story continues. When I mentioned that characters had their name changed because they shared it with music artists, Iced here is an example of that. Iced is a particularly nasty customer. I have to stay on top of him, aka, he does a lot of damage if he makes contact with you. You get half a second to know where his stand is going to appear from, and you have to react appropriately. He won't do anything else, really. When his stand is up, be on guard. Like, I can jump the lower one, no problem. It's just a matter of... Damn it. It's just a matter of figuring out how to get that hit. Commentator's Curse. Gonna wait on that. You want to break that stand, because then he's not going to teleport around. You get basically free hits on him. Ah, that's a nasty one. Best thing to do is whenever his stand goes, you stay at the back of the screen. Unless that happens. Yeah, this fight's a bit dirty. So, new strategy, we'll stay at the center of the screen, and whatever happens, happens. Use supers if you can, it will result in a stand crash, and you'll get as many hits as you want. It shouldn't take you too many tries to But it shouldn't take you too many tries to knock Ice down. Just be patient. Take a look at where he disappears, because that is the attack he's going to use against you. If he appears to the upper corner, he's going to do a circular sweep. And then there's that trick. He'll do a super on occasion, but it's rare. And also severe. It can do a third of your health if you're careless. Dio is an asshole. That basically summarizes him in the source material and in this fight. Not even he knows what his stand can do. There's a time where he can't fully control the world. So Dio mostly teleports around the stage. His stand is usually out of sight, unless he needs to defend himself. And then the second round kind of changes everything. Alright. Goodbye, Dio. So you get one of two endings depending on the card you choose. That determines whether Avdol had a good day or not. So that's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think it's important I cover this as far as Capcom fighting games go, because it is another CPS3 game. So obviously Capcom's animation chops are being pushed to their limit, especially with certain moves that are just beautiful. As far as the license goes, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure needs no introduction. As I said, you know more about it than I ever will. It's one of the most successful manga in all of Japan. But as a game, I'd say this one's pretty fair. It's kinda basic and a little stiff at times, but it really depends on you understanding how your stand works and working together with it to deliver incredible, unspeakable damage. And in that respect, this game is pretty fun. I obviously don't like it as much as other games, but I like it enough. It's definitely worth playing even if you're not necessarily a big fan of JoJo. Because it's a flashy game that's certainly easy to appreciate the effort. You can play this through the PlayStation version or the Dreamcast version. And they have their own unique modes to keep you busy, but we focused on the arcade mode. We played what we needed to play. Plus, this wouldn't be the last time Capcom got to make a fighting game with a respected IP. But that is a story for another day.